Wow, it's been a while since I've made a video, and today I want to talk about getting mad at the wrong things. I've had a talk with a friend recently, and I brought this up, and I'm like, wow, this is a great perspective to share because many of us, we maybe don't see life like this. And I brought it up to them, and I said, getting mad at the wrong things. And what does that mean? I see a lot of people in this world, they get mad at the wrong things, meaning maybe it's road rage for them. Maybe because someone cut them off and they get so angry at this person and they gotta honk at them and they gotta drive by them and look at them in the side window and make sure they're talking bad to them, and things like that. It's just like the weather change or politician stuff and political things, and getting mad at stuff and getting mad at the wrong things, And I said, there's one thing that we don't get mad at that I think it's so important that I try to do for myself in a healthy way, not in an angry way not in a way where you're kind of self-sabotaging yourself, but boosting or self-helping or motivating in a way, So, something I said to this, a friend of mine, because he came to me and he asked me, hey, D, what do I got to do in this scenario? And what do I got to do here? I don't know what to do. I don't know how I got here, And I asked him a few questions, and then we got down to the bottom of it. And I said, we have to realize that, number one, if we are self-aware enough, when we approach a game, whether it's a board game with an opponent or several opponents, or we approach a business, we don't feel enough desire to want to win. We just feel enough desire to not die. We just feel enough desire to maintain. We just feel enough desire but not want to win. That's my point right now. We don't apply this in life. And now, if you're wondering right now, hey, how come I haven't accomplished big things in life? How come I haven't pursued or accomplished goals, or got the car I wanted, or got the house I wanted, or got the lifestyle for my family and taking care of retiring my parents? Those things that we want and we aspire, why haven't we gotten it? And if you haven't, if you're asking that question right now, hey, how come I haven't gotten it, right? I ask myself that question every day. I got this now. What's next? I want that. How come I haven't got that? If we have to ask ourselves that every day, and we could feel in our subconscious voice, we haven't gotten it and I want something. It's because of that desire. It's because of the desire of not having enough desire. It's not having enough desire of winning. And I had to teach myself that. I lost at a board game. A quick story. I lost at a board game recently, and I've been playing this board game. It's called Catan. And I've been losing this game so much. I literally counted. I lost 26 games before I won my first game. And when I won my first game, I didn't even say anything. I actually went over points, because as long as someone gets to 10 points, you win. I had 13 points and I didn't say anything. Everyone was kind of suspicious about me, things like that. But I didn't care about letting people know I won. But the most important thing was I needed to win for myself, okay? I needed to feel the desire to win. But the 26th game that I lost, I went deep. I did meditation. I went quiet. I went deep. I started to analyze my life. I started to be self-aware and go deeper with the self-awareness practice to find out, hey, how come I'm giving the game up? Why is it every time I come close to winning, I feel bad for the person next to me or in front of me, and I say, you know what? Let them win. And then when I lose, I get so angry, So I started realizing, wow, I don't have the desire to want to win. That's why it translates over to the macro things in life, such as my business, such as, achieving anything, I feel bad when I achieve it and someone else doesn't, you know? So then I realized that about myself. So I said, I got to do some work. So I started doing words of affirmation every morning and night while I'm driving. And as I had the opportunity to, I kept saying to myself, you know, why is it that my hardwiring not allowing me to win? Or why is my hardwiring sending me to subconscious emotion? Okay, because emotions are subconsciousness. Because why is it subconscious? You don't get to choose your emotions, right? It just comes to you. So I started realizing, why am I feeling this emotion when I'm about to win? And of course, we understand our emotions come from our past paradigm. Now, if we understand it comes from our past paradigm, that means somewhere along the ways, my parents, my family, my relatives, my friends, they weren't winners. They were not winners. So I felt bad when I'm about to win, so I give it up. And my whole life, I look at myself, oh my God, how much opportunity, right? Whether it's with relationships, whether it's with finances, whether it's with family, whether it's not saying something to sabotage a relationship, even with a family member, right? Have you gotten to those fights, I'm sure, where, hey, you couldn't take those words back, you know? It's because we self-sabotage things, right? It translates to every event in our lives. It's not just about winning, right? It's about relationship. It's about even work, getting a job you want, you know? It goes so deep that we are not self-aware enough, number one, okay? So let me explain to you. Before I get too sidetracked, but I wanted to share my stories on being okay losing. So how do we actually get out of the emotion of wanting to start winning, right? Actually start achieving little things first to big things and achieving the life we want. It's very simple. It starts with the words of affirmation to yourself every morning. It's telling yourself you deserve it when you don't feel like you deserve it. It's telling yourself that winning is good when you feel winning is bad. It's telling yourself that I had to tell myself winning is the new survival, right? Because our amygdala brain keeps us alive by those conditions and programming in the past. So to unprogram the brain of losing is winning or not winning is good and be humble and all this stuff, right? I'm sure you've heard parents say, stop being arrogant, don't be humble. You know what? I have to say today now, they're wrong, right? You could be arrogant mentally, internally, but just don't show it, you know? Feel the confidence, but don't have to go and show off, right? There's a difference between don't be arrogant, don't show off, don't be rude, you know, things like that. You gotta kind of have to see through the phenomenon of those practices that we were taught of not to be arrogant and not to be brash and not to be loud and to be humble. Yeah, you could be a winner and be humble. It's okay, right? You could be brash mentally, internally, and tell yourself, "No, I am the best. I am the fucking best. I am the greatest." You know, tell yourself those things out loud every day. Because if you can't practice this one thing, you can't unprogram yourself or reprogram yourself, or also known as overriding your hardwiring. Okay? So you got to do this, number one, every day for at least 100 times a day for the next 6 months. And it literally worked for me. That's number one there. And two, well, I'm not going to go into step two yet. I'm going to stick with number one first. If you guys could practice this every day, comment in my message here afterwards. If you really want to genuinely feel, subconsciously feel, not consciously feel, subconsciously feel that you are a winner, that you have self-confidence, you have self-esteem, right? Self-empowerment, right? Self-worth, all those things. If you want to imagine you walked, take a scenario right now where you feel not so confident, right? Let's just say you say the word, I'm going to make $1 million by the end of 12 months in this year. You can genuinely feel that's not true. It ain't going to happen, right? What if you want to approach the man or a woman of your dream or someone you have a crush on? You feel not so confident again, right? You guys know that. Oh no, I can't talk to her. I don't deserve her. You feel those emotions, right? Or, pick up a new hobby. Oh no, that's too expensive. That's too this, that's too that. It literally controls your whole life. And the only way, the first micro practice to get over it is to tell yourself those words of affirmation. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. Tell yourself that 100 times a day. I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, I'm a winner, I'm a winner. We're gonna accomplish big things. Thank you, Derek. Always use your own name in this context here, in this practice. Tell yourself, thank you, Derek. I'm so proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Tell yourself you are proud of yourself. Tell yourself you are the greatest. Use your name in the sentences, and say those things 100,000 times for the next literally 6 months to a year. I mean, I can break it down into a quick neuroscience, why saying it is so powerful, right? If you look up Bob Proctor, B-O-B Proctor, P-R-O-C-T-O-R, he talks about the law of attraction and the book The Secret. He talks about cosmic energy, like how our brain has cosmic energy and how we can actually accomplish things that we envision, that we picture for ourselves. And the quick neuroscience, I can give you a quick crash course right now. It's so simple, okay? I take all my 20 years of learning in psychology and self-meditation and self-work and literally give it to you in 8 to 10 minutes here in this video here. And it's simple. Neuroscience is like this, all right? There's 3 stages of our brain: the delta, the alpha, and the beta. That's it. You die with it after, all right? You're born with delta. You live in delta as well too, but not as much after age 8. Alpha is how we live 95% of our lives, okay? And of course, depends how long you live. And then beta, I'm sorry, not beta. Yeah, beta. Beta is when you're like asleep, okay? So, oh my God, I'm so sorry. No problem, it's okay. This guy thought he got in the wrong car. Wow, that scared me. I thought he was gonna pull a gun out. That was crazy. I just parked right now. He just walked up and he reached in his pocket and he was walking to me so aggressively. So, my bad. I got sidetracked right now. So, those 3 stages is the brain, is how we live our life. Those are the 3 main stages of our lives. Actually, all the stages of our lives in our brain, okay? So, what is beta? Beta is auto-learning mode, okay? That means the day you're born, from day 0, you were born, to age 8, scientifically, they say that beta, you are... beta is auto-learning mode, okay? So that's why children, it explains why children can literally, learn 10 languages in a matter of a few short years if they just listen, right? Even when the baby's brain is asleep, when the youth's brain is asleep, they literally are, they're literally learning, auto-learning in that state, okay? So that's the beta state, right? So after age 7 or 8, the brain becomes an alpha state. Now the child's youth brain could calculate things. It can conceptualize things. It can calculate things. It can ask questions. It can respond to you. It can engage in conversations, right? Deeper conversations, at least, because it now has some sense of conceptual of the community of people and the things around them. So that's the auto-learning state. So imagine you were, born into a family where there were maybe negative people or positive people, right? If you're born in a family of negativity and, drug users and all this stuff, and there's a high chance that you kind of fall into that realm or you become that paradigm. You can't get out of that rut. Large percentage, at least they don't. Very, very little get out of it, Oprah Winfrey is one of the common denominators there, right? So then you become beta. Beta is generally when you're asleep, okay? So that's not too important here. The most important thing is understanding the concept right now of beta and delta and alpha right now, okay? So you got your whole life, you learn all these things. It's because of the people's words around you that is programming you. So your ears are listening, which is an input system into the brain, right? It takes in data of, don't do this, you're no good, don't try this, oh, he's a shy boy, oh, he's he's the worst kid in the family, or he's the worst kid in class. You know, we hear these things, right? You guys can remember right now your parents literally bashing at you in front of other people in public, you know, and now you can feel some resentment towards them, or maybe not, but that's not important. So if no one in your life loves you enough, like your parents that don't love you, right? They love you, but they don't really love you. You got your boyfriend or girlfriend, you got your husband and wife, or your spouse, and you got your kids, you got your friends, and everyone is just sarcastically talking bad about each other. You know, they're making jokes. There's no positive camaraderie. There's no positive reinforcement of like, wow, what a great job you did, and things like that, right? If no one is going to tell you those things, who's actually going to reprogram you? If words is the way we get programmed, and you don't tell yourself, I love myself enough, you don't tell yourself you're the greatest, you don't tell yourself I'm the best, you don't tell yourself I'm a survivor and a winner, who's telling you? So imagine you lived 40, 50 years, no one is telling you. What happens? You live that same mundane, redundant life for the next 50, 60, 70, 80 years, however long you live up to being the same person, right? So that's my neuroscientific evidence that I know worked for me, that I know worked for others. You know, it's only going to work for you. So I wanted to share that quick perspective today with you guys of get angry at the right things. Get angry when you feel lazy. Get angry when you start to feel, oh my God, I'm a little bit fearful of trying this new idea, or trying this business idea, or trying this new sport, or trying this new hobby, or, you know, going to talk to somebody that I want to achieve something, but I'm afraid to ask. I want to accomplish something, but I'm afraid to try. Get angry at the emotion of fear. Tell fear, you ain't telling me how to feel. That's number one. And number two, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. Because the moment you feel fear, generally, if you're not aware enough, you take action with fear. You become friends with fear. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna do this here. I'm just gonna sit back. Okay. No, I'm not gonna try that. It's too risky. Oh no, that looks a little bit scary. I'm afraid that the parachute might not open. I'm afraid that bungee is gonna snap. You know, be mad at the fear that you feel, and try to find some anger in you to build up. Rewire the brain, the cognitive neural brain, the neural pathway that that route it takes to send fear all the time, to say, no, I'm going to get angry because I'm not feeling the emotions I want to feel. I don't want to feel fear. I want to feel excitement. I don't want to feel fear. I want to feel anger at least, right? Feel the opposite of something to get the opposite of action or reaction, right? So I hope this video just brought up some perspective to you, so you can actually grab yourself by the hair and go, I'm not feeling fear. I'm not going to be okay with fear. I'm not going to feel scared and be okay with feeling scared. I'm not going to feel timid and be okay with feeling timid, right? Get angry at the right things in life, and stop getting angry at all the people driving like crazy. Let people drive crazy, you know? Let people be, man. Like, I don't care how people treat me. I really don't care. Yeah, those of you who actually know me, you guys know I don't care how people talk to me or treat me. It's true, because everything people do to you, it's how they feel for themselves. It's just the way it is. And I know that's a long and debatable subject, but I can not debate. I can knock some sense into you when it comes down to that. But my point is, I'm not going to get that subject today. So stop getting mad at the wrong things in life. Start getting mad at things that don't work for you, like yourself. You know, your own emotions of, I just can't get over the fear of things, you know? So I hope this video shares some perspective. Leave a comment below. I'll reply back over there. If you guys have a number, call me. Yeah, anyways. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Stay safe. Love yourself. Self-empowerment. Yada, yada, yada. Bye.